the original script for Ghostbusters was about 220 or 230 pages, and it was about 100 pages too long, and lots of great ideas for shots and everything, but Gary Martin, who was the president of production, gave us a budget of $5 million. You got to bring this project in for $5 million, and so I had to work with Ivan and Harold Ramis in trimming the shots down. In other words, what's going to be most expensive? Because in the original script, they wanted to run. They had this idea of the Empire State Building coming out of the water, and I thought to myself, you know, that's really going to be difficult for us to do in this analog age that we're in. And on top of that, it's not really that funny. I mean, they wound up using it in Ghostbusters 2, which was okay.
Statue of Liberty.
Sorry. Oh, Empire State, no, sorry.
That'd be less. Yeah.
One of those tall things. Anyway, so the Statue of Liberty comes out of the Hudson, and so instead of that, it wound up with this shot where you heard the sound, and then you're panning across the top of these buildings, and you see between the buildings this white thing. You don't know what the hell it is yet, and finally you cut back to the guys, and then it's like, oh, it's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and then you cut to that chaotic scene of all the cars crashing, and Laszlo Kovacs, may he rest in peace, was a really good friend of mine.
Director of photography.
Director of photography. Had every arc light in New York to light up Columbus Circle. You know, that whole Columbus Circle area where they were Broadway and Fifth and come together. And
The old editor trick, which is what I used, even though I was a young editor, is that you show, when you see the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man between the buildings, you just see a little bit of it. You're not 100% sure what the hell is
right
there. And then you cut back to the boys, and you cut back to the image going past another building, and you see just a tiny bit more of him, okay? And then cut back to the boys, and you cut back to the huge shot of the street, and you see him come around the corner for the first time. You know, and it's an old editor trick of everything in threes kind of thing, and it works. And the audience goes crazy when, you know, first time they see that image, you know, and we hide it for the first 2 times to just get your curiosity, and then we show you what we're about.